Greetings from the veteran, and welcome back to Operation Iceburg. And it is turn 6, January of 1939. The Germans have attacked, and France has fallen, as well as most of Poland, Denmark, and Belgium. And the Germans have annexed much of Central Europe and aligned Hungary. They're ever expanding and have collected the French bank as well and created Vichy that has 4 IPP worth of territory. And to note, France following the German turn, creation of Vichy France has selected Cameroon as Free France has selected Cameroon as their capital. And also to note, I have updated for the Soviet turn, but I'm filming this before Japan's turn is online. And they have said they're not doing anything that will affect the Commonwealth or the Free French. So I assume just movements and attacks in China. So here we go. First up, I will have 3 tech rolls now because I start the turn with the Sydney Major as well as London and Canada. So 3 tech rolls. First will be for advanced artillery, 7 or higher. 10, that'll move to stage 1. Next, I will roll for amphibious doctrine, 7 or higher. 11, that goes to stage 1. And finally, long-range aircraft, 8 or higher. 12, yes, 3 for 3. That's great. Amazing. Perfect. Okay. Purchases. Now, Great Britain did get convoyed for 5 IPP by the German sub over here and down off of Southwest Africa and on the Europe to America line. They had collected 15 and they lost 5, so they have 10. With that 10 to spend, they're purchasing 2 infantry, 1 militia upgrade, and 1 militia. FEC had 7. They're saving 1, spending 6 on AAA and a militia. Put that 1 in the bank. And Anzac had 5, and they're spending it buying an infantry and a militia. Go ahead, put this cash away. And okay, we're putting a pile over here. Okay. So combat moves. We do have some combat moves. We are declaring war with the Commonwealth on Vichy France. And so technically can turn what I don't attack at the end of the combat round into German, but I know that I'm not going to attack Corsica, so that's going to be German. I'm not going to attack southern France, So that's going to be German. And I'll turn those units German later. Probably not in the video. Forgot to get those sculpts ready. And so I'll put Germany up 1 IPP for southern France. So 40 to 41. Vichy is going to go to 0. Taken off. And there's going to be some more combat moves. First up, we have a transport import in Lower Egypt in I-5, the Red Sea. It's going to go 1 to I-4, pick up the infantry in British Somaliland. Go 2 to I-3, drop off the infantry in Madagascar. And claim it for the British. Oh, Reunion and French Somaliland are going to be German. Oh, as well as the French colonies, Vichy French over here, West Africa. They're not getting attacked. Okay, so that's 1 IPP up for UK. 27 to 28. Next, we're gonna take 1 transport from Lower Egypt, an M8. Pick up 1 infantry from Western Egypt.
Are you going to Melbourne now?
Not right now. Dropping off, move to M4, dropping off 1 infantry in Tunisia. So that is UK up another $1 to 29. Next, we're gonna grab another transport from Lower Egypt, an M8 import. We're gonna grab 1 infantry from Lower Egypt, 1 Marine. We're gonna come up to M9 and drop off an infantry and a Marine into Syria. And there's a Vichy militia there. Vichy militia. We are also going to put the German sub on top of Corsica. Just remember that it's a German sub. Actually, I'll get a sub sculpt out. I think. Yeah, okay. That's a German sub. So I've at least marked that. Okay. Gonna send 1 medium bomber. No. Send 1 fighter from Lower Egypt. 1 to M8. 2 to Syria. To attack Syria. It will have 2 movement remaining. 2 movement remaining. I like to mark that with my aircraft. Okay. And oh, our air transport in southern England is gonna pick up the airborne infantry from southern England. Go 1 to A22, 2 to Picardy, 3 to Alsace-Lorraine, and drop an airborne there. Mind you, there can be no scrambling because there are no units to defend in Alsace-Lorraine. That's 3. And then the air transport will just fly back to southern England. 1, 2, 3. And our 2 British subs in A5 will both convoy raid the Germans. Oh, and the coastal sub in A39, I will put my fighter on map from the carrier in A35. Pair 1 destroyer from A35 to attack coastal sub. And one heavy cruiser from important A21 will go 1 to A22. Auto kill the German transport. And okay, I believe that's everything for combat. To note, in V4, the Commonwealth does not pay any penalties to declare war on Vichy France. Oh, and also the sub in A53. I will send my fighter from A54 on the carrier at 1, pair a destroyer, and go on map and attack that sub in A53. And that'll be the last of my combat moves. Yeah, let's start rolling dice. That was a freebie walk-in. Let's roll against this sub. 1 at 6, 1 at 4 versus 1 at 3. 6 is blue, 4 is red, black is the German, dice at 3. Fighter is blue, destroyer red, sub is 3. Ooh, the sub misses. Destroyer misses, but the fighter gets the hit. So the German sub is dead. Okay, great start to the turn combat. Next up is the coastal sub in A39. It will roll back at a 2 or less. Same thing, blue is the fighter. Oh, both the fighter and the destroyer got hits while the sub missed. Awesome. Coastal sub dead. Next, Airborne was a free walk-in, drop-in. Tunisia was also a walk-in. So our only other combat with rolling is the attacking the militia in Syria. So I believe Syria is a desert, so our militia and infantry will attack at a 1. So the 2 blacks are the dice at 1, blue is for the fighter, and red is the defending militia. The fighter scores a hit, the militia misses, and that's the battle for Syria. So Syria will also go British for another +1, and I did not move up the British for Alsace-Lorraine, so that's up to 33, and the Germans down 3 to 38. Okay, non-combat. Our fighter in Syria will just fly back to Lower Egypt. Our transport in M9 will go import in Syria. Our transport in I3 will go import in Madagascar. Our 3 heavy cruisers are going to move up to M8 and go import in Lower Egypt, in that port. Moving east, the infantry in Delhi will rail to Calcutta. Wait, no, that's this one right here. Back west. Our carrier in A54 is going to move up 2 to A51. A destroyer is going to follow. Our fighter is going to move 1 and land on the carrier in A51. The Anzac destroyer in 51 that started there is going to go 1, 2, 3 to A44. Come off escort duty. Our carrier in A35 is going to stay there, and the fighter on A39 is come back to land on it. Our heavy cruiser in A22 is going to go in port in A22 in southern England. Our naval transport in A21 in port is going to grab an infantry and a marine from southern England and go 1, 2, 3 to A44, go in port in Gibraltar, which is here. Infantry. Transport. The Anzac transport started in Gibraltar. It's going to go 1, 2, 3 to A21, go in port in southern England. The torpedo boat destroyer that turned British from Poland in A12 is going to move up to A13. And that's it for non-combat movements for the Commonwealth. Anzac has a militia, just a place in Sydney. So they'll have 3 militia in Sydney now. And they'll place an infantry in Sydney as well. FEC will place anti-aircraft artillery in Calcutta. And 1 militia in Malaya. And I come out tomorrow after work. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that pause break in there. Small interruption. Okay, place units for the British. I'll place 1 militia in Scotland. I'll do a militia upgrade in Belgian Congo. And I have 2 infantry. 1 infantry will go into Lower Egypt at my minor factory, and 1 infantry will go into London. Oh, one more thing, the heavy cruiser Vichy gets turned to German. In the build queue. Let's put a German flag under it for now. Okay. Then it is collect income, the Commonwealth. So Anzac is their wartime of 7, and they get +2 because of there's no surface warships within 2 sea zones. So Anzac collects 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for Anzac. 9 for Anzac. FEC, yeah, they're at 14. And they get 2 for holding Lower Egypt and Aden. They collect 16. That's 15, 16. So they'll have 17 in their bank to spend next turn. And then the British, let's see here. They get 33 plus 3 for the Suez, 36 plus 2 for Iran. It's 38. 20, 30, 5, 6, 7, 8. 38 for the British. Yeah, it's so powerful. Okay, next is the Free French turn. They have no money, and so they are not going to make any purchases. That they can make some movements. First up, they are going to take their medium bomber off of Maritime Air Patrol and land in southern England. Next, they're going to take their battleship and destroyer, move from A21. Actually, they're going to put their destroyer on escort duty in A18. Their battleship on escort duty in A19. Let's get a marker. Okay. And oh, I forgot something. Oh well, it's okay. The torpedo boat destroyer in I4 is going to move 2, 3 to P50. Two submarines in I4 are going to follow to P50. Oh, and the submarine A13 is going to convoy raid the Germans. There. I can get through. Oh, I did not roll for the British convoy in A5. I did mark that earlier. So let's roll first for the convoy in A13. I get 3 IPP. So take those dice out. Blue is for the French. Black is German. French get +2 on their sub. That's no money. Next, I took a yellow dice for the British. There's 1 sub. Oh yeah, that maxes that convoy line. So I will take $2 off of the German North Sea line. And okay, after that, France is at 5. or Free France. They will collect their $5 and pass the turn over to Spitfire and his Italians. All right, goodbye. Thanks.